So this guy, let's call him Godwin. Now Godwin used to live with his parents, but now he's an international student, and once in a while he comes back home to visit his parents, which is nice. So on this day, Godwin is returning back to school after visiting his parents, and they are about to drop him off at the bus park for him to get a ride back to school. When they get into the car, Godwin's dad hands him an envelope full of cash, and this money is about $5,000 for him to pay his school fees. Godwin takes the money, thanks his dad, and goes back to school. On getting back to his room in school, Godwin meets his roommate, who we'll just call Aboti, and Godwin decides to give his money to Aboti for safekeeping, and Aboti is like, okay, I'll keep your money for you. So he takes the money from Godwin and keeps it for him. Months pass, and despite communication with his family, Godwin's school fees remains unpaid. Godwin, on the other hand, decides not to visit his family for Christmas or New Year holidays. Instead, he decides it's better to visit them sometime in January, so he plans towards that. A day before his planned visit home, Godwin is found dead outside the school campus with multiple stab wounds to his chest and throat, and police immediately begin an investigation. The university initially attempted to deny that Godwin was a student, citing his unpaid school fees, and this was a shock to his father because he had given him more than enough money to pay his fees, and this unpaid fees becomes a central part of the police investigation. It was later found out that Aboti, Godwin's roommate, had never returned the money given to him. According to Aboti, Godwin had taken $600 out of the $5,000 given to him, leaving an insufficient amount to pay the school fees. But this story was later debunked, as it was later confirmed that the fees is actually $4,400 as against the $5,000 given to him. So even if Godwin had taken out $600 from the $5,000, he would still have just enough money to pay his fees. The investigation by the local police failed to yield any fruitful results, leading to concerns among other students that the case was being covered up. These fears were shared with blogs, and this started widespread outrage and calls for justice from lawyers and bloggers and even politicians. Protests and marches were carried out, all demanding justice for Godwin. The state police later took over the investigation, and 5 suspects were arrested within a week. To the shock of many, all 5 suspects were close friends of Godwin. The police claimed that one of the suspects, who we'll call AB, had borrowed money from Godwin but had not repaid it. The day before Godwin's death, he and another friend had gone to confront AB, leading to a quarrel. This connection made AB the main suspect, but it was later clarified that AB was a former roommate and the money in question was different from the school fees. The other suspects, including a guy named Uche and another guy named Isaac, were initially implicated based on circumstantial evidence. Uche was linked through a supposed blood stain on his car, which experts later dismissed. The case against all 5 suspects were eventually dismissed due to a lack of evidence, and their innocence became evident. Despite the dismissal, Godwin's family, especially his father, remained devastated. The real perpetrator was believed to be Aboti, the current roommate, who had the most to lose if Godwin revealed the truth about the unpaid school fees. Aboti had been in contact with Godwin's parents, but later claimed his life would be in danger if he revealed what he knew about the murder. Unfortunately, Godwin's killers were never caught, and this is what Godwin looked like in real life. All this happened in Nigeria and Ghana in 2014.